because what about Weghorst and his contribution today? He's the big January signing thus far, anyway.
Well, he did. It's funny because he had a quiet game at Crystal Palace. I commentated on that. But then today, some of his best work was just nicking back and pinching the ball off a midfielder. He was never he never went to sleep. He was always alert. I mean, he didn't have much to say in front of goal, but his overall work rate was second to none. He did a great job for the team. Players ran off him. So from that point of view, I think Ten Hag will be pleased that he got that level of performance out of Weghorst, whose fitness looked at a really good level. So that's a plus point for United.
So you don't think he's going to take the burden of goal scoring off Rashford?
I wouldn't have thought so. I wouldn't have thought so. I think he needs a certain type of ball into him. Maybe more crosses into the box. We didn't see United deliver too many of those. He's obviously very strong in the air. Whether he can deliver the goals is another matter. And Martial, once he comes back, he probably jumps ahead of Weghorst in the queue. But they are a little short through the middle, aren't they? Because I know Ten Hag prefers Rashford, and the player himself prefers it on the left coming in, rather than leading the line through the middle. So Ten Hag will want to keep Rashford on the left if he can.
Can I ask you mentioned his name, Anthony Martial. He keeps breaking down. He keeps having injury issue after injury issue, and it should be a major cause of concern. But when he's fit, he started the season so strongly, even in the Manchester derby. And I know that he had to be subbed off, and United came back when he wasn't on the pitch. But for about a 15-20-minute period after he'd been subbed off, they couldn't get a foothold in the game when they were looking particularly strong with Martial on the pitch beforehand.
Yeah, he's one of those players. He promises so much. He'll do things in a game and you think, wow, what a talent. And he has got plenty of talent. But then consistency has been a problem for him throughout his career. And what is he now, late 20s? He's never going to gain that now, I wouldn't have thought. That's just a part of his makeup. The injuries, of course, don't help. That's unfortunate for him. But there's just that little something in him that's lacking, that bit of desire to go on and grab a game by the scruff of the neck. Sometimes he seems to amble through matches. So he's certainly not somebody you'd hang your hat on, I don't think, as a player that can lead the line through the middle week in, week out.
He did just turn 27 about 6 weeks ago. So going by that usual footballers in his peak at 28, he could be on the cusp of that, perhaps?
Possibly, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I mean, I'm not having a go at him, but he's just one of those sorts of players that every now and again he'll do something, but to be a very good player, you've got to do it most weeks. And for me, he can't do it.